Hello, Justin here. Hope all your lick playing is going well. Now, one of the things that a lot of people struggle with is once they've got some licks down, they know position 1 and they can play some licks and that's all cool. They learn position 2, they got some licks in position 2, they can use them too. One of the things people find a little bit sticky is getting from position 1 to position 2. So what I'm going to do is show you a couple of tricks and a couple of I'm going to do it as licks that you can use to help get yourself from position 1 up to position 2. I'll play them for you one at a time first so you kind of know what's going on. The very first one starts really, to tell the truth, in position 5, which we haven't covered yet, but we're only using 2 notes from it anyway, so I'm sure you can handle that much. And it uses a 3rd finger slide each time when there's a tone step up. You'll see this in a sec. And it gets us all the way from having our first finger in the 3rd fret to having our first finger in the 10th fret. It's quite a lot of movement in this lick, so it's kind of going all the way from position 5 to position 3. Big movement. Okay, so the lick sounds like this. It's quite a big move. And lick number 2 is pretty simple one. That one's only got 2 notes, but it's a really useful shift. Lick number 3 uses a direct position shift, which will be this. That kind of thing. It's just directly shifting. We're going to talk about how to use that in quite a few different ways. And also number 4 we've got, which is a really cool kind of Stevie Ray style kind of lick, where we use a little slide up from position 1 to position 2 and then straight back to position 1, so we get this. There's quite a few different variations you can use of that one as well. Very cool lick. And lick number 5 lastly is using these little 2 note trick to go. Really nice way of getting that one to take you is kind of from position 1/2 all of the way up to position 4, so that's a good one as well. So what we need to do now is go to a close-up and make sure that you can follow along, get the right fingers. Here we go. Okay, so this one's not that close up because I'm travelling a lot of ground here. So we're starting here with the 3rd finger at the 5th fret of the 6th string. So we play that note first. Then we're on the 1st finger, 3rd fret of the 5th string, followed by the 3rd finger in the 5th fret of the 5th string, and then that finger is going to slide up 2 frets to get to the 7th fret. So that first little bit is this. Again. I'm not picking this last note, that's just slid up from the 5th fret. Then to continue, we're going to go 5, 7, 5, 7, slide. Just straight up the kind of middle part of position 1 pentatonic, and then the 3rd finger is going to slide up 2 frets. This is exactly the same as did before. And now we have again exactly the same pattern, but starting here with the 1st finger at the 8th fret. So it's going 1, 3, 1, 3, slide. Okay, that whole thing now. And a little bit faster. Okay, lick number 2. This is quite an interesting one as well. Now this one, it's only 2 notes long, so it's pretty simple. It's a very common blues trick. And what we're doing here is we're starting with the 1st finger in the 5th fret of the thinner string and going to the same note. Our 3rd finger, we'll play that one first. 3rd finger is reaching out to the 8th fret of the 2nd string and very quickly sliding up to the 10th fret, which is actually the same note. But we're using it to slide up so we can get a good vibrato and change position at the same time. Knowing of course that we can't get a very good vibrato there on the thinner string because it's a bit too close to the edge of the neck, so really common blues lick, that, and a good trick. So if you're playing in position 1, just use that to shift you up to position 2. Excellent little trick. Okay, into number 3. Now number 3 is a direct shift, so we're not using any slides or any tricks like that to get up, we're just jumping up between the positions. Now you can either practice here using 4th finger to the 1st finger from position 1, and then jumping up with the 3rd finger up to the 10th fret of the thinner string. Or you can use 3-1 here in position 1. Okay, now we've got our cool lick number 4, the Stevie Ray Vaughan styly lick. One of my favourite licks, I must say, I really like this one. We're starting in position 1 with the 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. We slide that up 2 frets to the 9th fret. And now we're going to use here the 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Back to our note at the 9th fret with the 3rd finger and slide it back 2. And we're going to finish it off with 1st finger, 5th fret, 3rd string. That's just putting the 3rd finger over there to the 7th fret of the 4th string. So the whole lick is... Of course it repeats as many times as you like. It's a nice little 8-note lick. So it also goes a bit faster. You can also screw with the timing a little bit on this and start to get the slide a little quicker with a little bit longer on the note G. Okay, and lastly we've got lick number 5. Now lick number 5 goes up a little bit further than before. So we might have to get Jedi to just shift his way over a little bit, because I'm going to need to get right up here. Can you see me in that?
Yeah,
okay, good mate. Okay, so we're starting here. We're going to use our 2nd and 3rd fingers. It's quite important that you use those fingers for reasons I don't want to explain too much right now. But we're going to start 2nd finger in the 8th fret, 3rd finger in the 9th fret. And then we'd move that shape up 2 frets, so we're on 10 and 11. Up another 3 frets, so we're on 13 and 14. And then we leave 2nd finger down and go to the 1st and 2nd finger. And you can put a curl on the 13 if you want. So you're holding the 12 still with your 1st finger and putting a little curl with your 2nd finger. Sounds pretty cool. So usually played with quite a lot of strums on each one. It's a really good one if you want to kind of pick as fast as you can and go. Gets quite funky like that, a bit of distortion. That lick sounds really wicked, but it's also just a nice way to shift. You can really play it with any rhythm that you like. Well, I hope you've had a bit of fun getting those licks down that help you shift from one position to the next. Now your task is to be able to play a little solo with the backing track, hang about in position 1 for a while, use one of the licks to transfer yourself up to position 2, and then hang about in position 2, using your licks all the way. Don't just think of scale tones, think of position 1, a few licks, use a lick to transcend between position 1 and 2, or into Buddha godness if you transcend too far. Did I just say that? And then into position 2. And once you're in position 2, you also want to play about with using the licks in position 2. So you kind of using licks all the time as opposed to just scale tones. That's really, really important. So have a little bit of play about with that. Also really important, of course, to experiment at this stage. Try and take the ideas that I've shown you there and see if you can apply them to other positions of the scales, especially as we get going. Once we've done all of the positions, you'll probably find that that lick that we've used in position 1 here, the shifting one, you could use that to get from other positions to other positions. So just as a little hint that you should definitely check out yourself later, just not now. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. Play about, experiment with those things. Hope that helps you kind of get your soloing between position 1 and position 2 nice and smooth, and I'll see you for another lesson real soon.